Well, then tell me, what time did you serve and where at?
1954 to 58. No,
Okay.
wait, 54 to 56.
Okay. And where?
Where?
Yes.
Panama.
And what were you doing when you were down there?
I was in the Army.
What?
Training, jungle training.
Okay, so I don't know. What memory stands out that you have from when you served down there?
What memories?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't very pleasant place to serve in the Army because it was jungle training. It was very tough.
Why were you guys serving down there to begin with?
Because it's a canal zone. The United States built the canal, and the United States controlled 5 miles on each side of the canal, you know, where ships went through. And we guarded the canal.
Okay.
Sometimes I'd, be on guard.
Okay, how old were you when you served?
25.
Were you married?
No.
Did you see any combat while you were down there?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
When you
how
were
were the
in
Russians
Panama.
involved
During your time in Panama.
during your time in Panama?
Well, Stalin, at that time, Stalin was still in power in Russia. It was a communist country. But then it didn't have no effect on me down in Panama.
Okay. So who were you why were you guarding the canal?
Why was we guarding the canal?
Yeah.
Because we built it and we controlled it. The ships had to pay so much to go through there because otherwise they had to go clear around South America if they didn't go through the canal. We built that canal way back in the 20s or 30s.
Okay. Did you make any friends when you were there?
No, I didn't really like the Panamanians.
What were your living conditions like?
We had very nice barracks. They were all concrete barracks, 3-story.
Okay. Okay, can you describe what your typical day was like when you were down there?
Depend upon what time of the year it was. Panama has a wet season and a dry year. The dry year it don't rain at all. In the wet season it rains three times a day.
Okay, so what was it like when it was the wet season?
You had to wear a raincoat all the time. Otherwise you got soaked.
And then, so when it was like that, what was your training like? What all did you guys do for training?
I drove a truck, but the guys that were in what they call line company, infantrymen, they had jungle training. And it's going up and down hills, so the trees are like this close to each other, this close to each other. And a lot of them are thorny, a lot of poisonous snakes, and even some of the wild animals, monkeys and tigers, but then the wild animals never bothered us. The hills are pretty steep. Everybody got issued what they call jungle boots. They had cleats about this high. If you didn't have jungle boots on, you would slip and slide. You couldn't go up these hills because the rain, all the time rain, and the leaves and the brush down below made it very, very slippery. You could not go up unless you would hang on to a tree and go like this, because you would slide back down.
Okay. So why did you drive a truck?
Because I went to driver's school so I could get on in the motor pool. I was in the motor pool was a first lieutenant, and my company commander was a second lieutenant, and he was very strict. Whereas the motor pool officer was very protective of his drivers.
Okay. So did you like deliver supplies, or did you like just patrol, or?
I hauled supplies, you know, when the other companies, you know, would be out in the jungle, they'd be intense, you know. Then I would haul meals out to them.
Okay.
We had Sandblast Indians done KP. They're only about this tall.
Oh.
They're from Sandblast Island. It's right off the coast of Panama. They come over there and work.
Okay.
Yeah, they done the KP, and I would haul, you know, food out to the guys out on maneuvers.
Okay. So that's what you did. Did you ever get homesick?
Oh yeah, I'd write home quite often.
Okay. And did you have a different job before you joined the Army?
Did I have a different job
Yeah.
before I
Like-
went to the Army?
Yeah. Before you decided to enlist or sign up for the Army?
Working on a farm.
So that's what you did before? And then,
Yeah.
So why did you decide to join?
Well, I volunteered for the draft because before this happened, anybody working on a farm got deferments, you know, deferment, and then they stopped that. They stopped anybody working on a farm could not be exempt from being drafted. So I volunteered for the draft because there was about 13 other guys that knew each other, and we all volunteered for the draft. So we would be together during basic training.
Okay. So, did you get paid for your, like, how much did you get paid back then?
$78 a month.
Did anyone you know die?
No?
No. So, is that the only place you were stationed during your, like, 4 years?
No, I was stationed in Fort Riley for
Where's-
6 months.
Okay, where's that at?
In Kansas,
Okay,
over there by
It's north here.
Junction City.
okay. What do you remember from boot camp?
From boot camp,
Yeah.
oh, I remember the last day I was in boot camp, we were about 15 miles from camp. I had a full field pack, you know what that's at. It's you have your tent rolled up and all your stuff in there, and it goes across your back and down. And we were out there about 15 miles from camp, and then, I had an AR rifle. I had to carry an AR rifle. And it's hot, it's heavier than your M1 rifle. But anyway, they left, we left the camp right before it got dark, and then we marched and run. We'd run half the time and march the other half over rocks
Oh.
during the dark at night. I remember that quite well.
So, um, did you get to pick where you're going to serve at?
Did I what?
Did you get to choose?
Shoes?
Yeah, did you get to pick where you wanted to serve?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Oh no, I didn't get
No.
to choose. No, they assigned me to Panama.
Were you happy about that, or
Yeah. I wanted to go to Germany.
you wanted to go to Germany?
Well, yeah, because I could talk German.
Oh,
I was disappointed when they sent me to Panama.
did you tell them you could speak German?
Well, they knew it because on my application, it was on there.
What did you do in your free time when you were down there?
Well, we had a nice, what they call a day room. They had pool tables, ping pong, or card tables and stuff like that. Movies, you could go to movies. When I wasn't out in the jungle, two guys that I was friends with, we went to a movie every day. In fact, we went to 8 movies in 1 week. It only cost $0.25 to go to a movie. So we'd seen some good movies.
So was that your most favorite thing that you did?
Is it what?
Was that your favorite thing to do when you were down there?
Well, yeah, or play pool, well, they had shuffleboard and pool and ping pong, It was a pretty nice day room.
Bye, Cheryl. See you Monday.
So when you came back home, what did you do after the war was or after you were done serving down there? Like, what did you do when you got back?
Well, I came home in October, and then we got married in February.
So when did you meet your wife?
Where?
Yeah,
At a dance.
like right after you came home?
Yeah. Well, I met her before.
You met her before
I went.
Okay. So she waited for you for 4 years then?
Yeah. Yeah. We dated before I went in. Then she wrote me letters.
Okay. So did you write each other letters the whole time?
Yeah.
So, did you get to choose to come back, or were you done just with your required amount of time?
All the time I was in Panama, I'd write letters to her, and she'd write me letters.
Okay.
And then, of course, when I got back, we wouldn't write letters anymore.
Yeah. What job did you have after you were done serving?
Well, I worked. Let's see. I went to work for Mary, done babysitting for Paul Blanchett, and he owned a machine shop, and I got on it. He hired me on the machine shop. I worked there 15 years, and then I done other odd jobs, Kansas plating, and I finally got a job at the co-op in Colwich. I worked there 17 years.
So, did your life after your service, was there any, were you glad to come home, or did you like serving?
Well, it really wasn't, terribly bad. I didn't really mind it, but then I wouldn't want to do it again.
Yeah. So,
It'll be a minute. Hang on a minute. Give me a couple minutes, okay? Give me a few minutes.
Did you make any good friendships with any of the other people in the army down there?
Oh yeah,
You did. Are you still friends with any of them?
yeah. I may have had a lot of friends. One of them was from Texas, Rudy Camacho. Well, he was one of the guys I went to movies with.
So, did you know you didn't? So these people you didn't know them before?
Did what?
Did you know these people before you served?
No.
No. So you
No.
made them friends down there.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you have it when you went? All right, Miss Leela, I'm gonna give you some pain medicine and then lay you down. Did you have anything for pain today?
Dad, do you know anything else I can ask?
Huh?
Do you know anything else I can ask?
I don't think so.
I just don't know what else to ask.
Time long enough.
Almost. I just don't know. Hang on. What was going on in the world at the time?
What was going on?
Yeah, what were like the major, like the news stories that were happening?
Well, Korean War was just over a short time when I went in. But there was always a threat, that Korea would start up again, but it never did.
So, do you remember, like, was communism a big deal back then?
Oh yeah.
Were you ever, like, yourself personally worried about, like, a communist attack or something?
Well, China, was communism, and so was Russia and some of the other little countries, but it really had no effect on us.
Okay. I think that's it. I think that's it.
Okay, is it long enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you.
Just make sure.
Well, you're welcome.
Wait, right, Dad?
Just make sure it's long enough.
I know, I think it is.